Education has received the largest share of the 2026-2027 national budget after Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi proposed an allocation of 784.5 billion Kenyan shillings, equivalent to 26.4% of total ministerial spending. While presenting the budget estimates in Parliament, Mbadi said the funding reflects the government's commitment to improving learning, training, and research. He noted that the education budget has grown by 49% compared to 526 billion Kenyan shillings in the 2021-2022 financial year.
Mr. Speaker, I propose 784.5 billion for the education sector. Mr. Speaker, a lot has been said about defunding education. But in 2026-27, we are proposing 784.5 billion shillings, which is 26.4% of the ministerial budgets. Compare that to 2021-2022 budget before this administration came into office.
The largest allocation has gone to the Teacher Service Commission, which has been allocated 424 billion Kenyan shillings for teachers' salary and related costs. Basic education has received 136.6 billion Kenyan shillings, while higher education is allocated 1.63.9 billion Kenyan shillings. The government has also set aside 54.6 billion Kenyan shillings for free day secondary education, 30.7 billion Kenyan shillings for junior secondary school capitation, and 7 billion Kenyan shillings for free primary education. In addition, 9.9 billion Kenyan shillings has been proposed for national examinations, while outstanding payments for exam markers expected to be cleared before the end of the current financial year. The budget further includes 4.9 billion Kenyan shillings to absorb 20,000 intern teachers to permanent and pensionable terms from January, alongside 8.2 billion Kenyan shillings for teacher interns. The Higher Education Loans Board will receive 56.3 billion Kenyan shillings for student loans, while university and TVET students are set to benefit from scholarships worth 40.1 billion Kenyan shillings. Additional allocation includes 4.1 billion for schools infrastructure, 3 billion Kenyan shillings for school feeding programs, and 5.9 billion Kenyan shillings for university development projects.
Mr. Speaker, I am proposing 4.9 billion to be provided for conversion of 20,000 intern teachers into permanent and pensionable from January 2027. Further, the newly recruited 24,000 intern teachers will be converted into permanent and pensionable terms in July 2027. In this respect, I am proposing an allocation of 8.2 billion for intern teachers to address staffing gaps and improving learning outcomes.
Still on matters national budget, Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi says the 2026-2027 national budget was shaped by public views collected during nationwide consultations. While presenting the budget in Parliament, Mbadi said citizens consistently raised concerns over the high cost of living, unemployment, and the need for prudent use of public resources. He said Kenyans expected policies that promote fairness, opportunity, and economic growth.
Mr. Speaker, the main feedback from all these engagements was that the government should reduce the overall cost of living by lowering the tax burden on essential commodities, tame wastage of public resources, and decisively deal with corruption.
According to Mbadi, many wananchi want an economy that improves daily living through lower cost, job creation, and better service delivery. He added that participants also called for stronger support for farmers, empowerment of youth and women, and measures to boost business. Meanwhile, residents of 𝐄𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐥𝐞𝐢𝑠𝑡 have expressed mixed reactions to the proposed budget. Some welcomed the increased allocation, while others questioned whether public funds will be used effectively to benefit ordinary citizens. They urged the government to address the rising cost of living by lowering fuel prices and introducing measures to ease pressure on households and businesses.
Hii maneno ya budget ambapo tumeona imepanda with 4.8 trillion. Hiyo pesa kuna vile imetengwa katika hali ama mambo ya mafuta venye itashukishwa ndio uchumi uweze kurudi chini. Ndio sasa inauliza serikali. Number 2, about auditing. serikali iko na sectors ambazo zina audit mambo ya government. Wakati tunasikia pesa imeallocatiwa kama ni hospitali, zingine zimeallocatiwa kama ni shule, zingine zimeallocatiwa kama ni agriculture. Wanafuatiliaje hizo pesa kujua zimetumika vile ambavyo inafaa?
Away from that, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has inspected the ongoing Nairobi Rivers Regenerational Project in Kamukunji, where works has intensified following the removal of settlements and structures along the riparian corridor. He said similar demolitions of illegally erected structures will soon extend to upstream sections of the city to pave way for the full restoration. Kindiki also toured key developments, including the Kamukunji Recreation Park, which features a football pitch, basketball court, and community hall. He further inspected the Gikomba Linear Market, which is under construction along the river corridor. Kenya Tea Growers Association has defended Brown Plantations East Africa PLC as the lawful owner of the disputed Sambret land in Kericho County. KTGA Chairman Silas Njibwakale said the 464-hectare parcel is legally owned by the company and protected by a court of appeal order pending determination of the case. The association raised concerns over repeated invasions by goons claiming ownership, saying the incidents have disrupted operations and affected employees and learners as Sambret Comprehensive School. Brown Plantations dismissed court documents presented by one claimant group as unverified, maintaining that the matter remains before the court.
The disruption has affected surrounding communities, including access to health facilities, schools such as Sambret Primary School, creating fear and an environment in which children and teachers are unable to operate safely and without interruption.
And that's it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk. I'm Zainab Said.